Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. Today we'll be talking about the newly launched Vivo V40. But this time around we'll be talking more about the camera features on offer. We have already done the camera review, the charging test, and also we have compared with the OnePlus Nord for two devices in the 30 to 35,000 price segment. Now let's talk about what it offers in terms of camera features. Now we all know this is Zeiss co-engineered device. We get a lot of Zeiss modes, particularly the ones we have seen on the Vivo's X100 series. So that makes this device really unique in terms of features being offered. So let's see what all features the Zeiss camera modes offer and how to play around with this. We'll also show some camera portraits taken with the Vivo V40. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So we have the Vivo V30 with us. So we have the Vivo V40 with us. So let's open the camera settings. So this is the camera settings, and here you can see that the options are pretty much similar on any Vivo phone. Night mode, portrait, photo, video, and micro movie, and also other more settings are included. In the more settings, you can see that the panorama mode, the regular set of options like slow motion, astro mode, then food mode, snap shot, then dual view. If you want to take videos from both the rear and front cameras, you can go ahead with that. Super moon functionality. So these are nothing new here. You can change around with the settings and modify these settings, so which all you want. Now let's go to the photo mode. So photo mode, one important thing you can see here, this is the mode, vivid mode, textured mode, and the natural mode. Now one thing to note, that if you want an extremely natural looking option, then you have to go with the Zeiss natural mode, because the vivid mode obviously boosts the image for social sharing. If you want really natural looking images, then go with the natural mode turned on. So the differences between the natural mode and the vivid mode is pronounced. Actually the natural mode is more subtle in terms of the color quality, while the vivid mode has a more richer tone. So make sure you turn on based on how you require the image. So we'll suggest you to go with the vivid mode unless you are really into taking captures with the natural color mode. Then you get the super macro option. So this is using the ultra wide angle camera, so you can enable or disable the super macro mode. Then let's go to the settings here. So here we have the regular set of options, the watermark, then you have shake reminder, then you get the effects, watermark, then motion, you can see here manual autofocus, motion autofocus is there, then HDR turn on you can do. Here you can go with ultra wide angle camera, 1x camera. These are the two main cameras, the 50 megapixel camera. Then you can also go with the 2x mode. This is again in sensor zoom. Then here we have a lot of filters included here, so you can go ahead with the filters and play around with it. Then if you go to the portraits, this is one area where you get plethora of options. By default you can see here 50mm portraits, then you can go with the 35mm focal length, or you can go with the 24mm focal length. Now when you select this, you can also see here different options are there, different preset options are there. This is the 24mm landscape portrait, then 35mm street portrait, natural portrait, then classic portrait, so 50mm classic portrait. So these are options available. You can play around with this, and here you can also see that there are additional options like the depth effect, natural, then biotar, B speed, sonar, planar. So this brings in different options for the portrait mode, because portrait mode gets you the best experience. You can also turn on the bokeh mode. You can increase the depth of field. You can see if you can go with the stronger one, which means f.95. Generally I would suggest to go with the f2.0 to get the kind of natural depth effect. If you go with a very strong one, it might feel like an artificial one, but f2.0 or f2.2 is, or even f2.4 works pretty well. So you can change around with that. Then you can select the different portrait focal length, 24, 35 and 50mm. So let's quickly have a look at some of the samples you have taken in the portrait mode. See, these are options taken in the different modes, which includes 24mm, 35mm, 50mm, and we also tried with the different modes, and we also used the biotar, the B speed, and the sonar and planar bokeh effect. So you can play around with it and get the best experience. Portraits is definitely one of the good things about this camera. The portrait camera is a really strong aspect of the Vivo's V40 series, and it makes it really special because in this price segment you don't see a Zeiss or a camera centric device, because the Vivo V series has always been known for great camera experience. Next, let's go to the night mode. Here also you can see that 0.6x, 1x and 2x options are there. Then you can also go with the tripod mode. Then here additional options are also there. You can turn around, turn off or on these options in the night mode. Then if you go to the photo mode, we already explained. Now in terms of video recording, you can enable the stabilization, and the maximum one is 4K 30 fps. There's no 4K 60 fps on this, but 1080p 30 and 60 fps is supported. Here also you can go with the Zeiss turned on. You can see here, then natural video recording and movie bokeh. That means you can adjust the depth of field in the movie. If you go with the Zeiss mode, you can see that the option of the movie bokeh will be enabled here. So that's one good thing. You can play around with these options and then change the filters, the movie LUTs. You can see here there are plenty of preset options. You can enable them and get different perspective about your video. Then filters are also included. So these are options in the movie mode, and very useful features. Actually, there is good amount of stabilization. Here is a quick look at the video recording taken in 4K 30 fps. So these are some samples we are taken with the Vivo V40 in 4K 30 fps. Then you get the micro movie mode. You get some predefined styles of effect. You can see here different categories. You can just download them additionally if you want. The night mode, food mode, casual and portrait options. You can just enable these and the filters will be in action. Now if you go to settings, you can see here different options. Just going to the photo. So here we have the aspect ratio, grid lines, level, shake resistance, all these functionalities are there. So the more settings, you can see here motion autofocus. You can enable autofocus tracking in the motion, and you can see here manual tracking or automatic tracking. Then eye autofocus. If you are using the selfie camera, you can enable the eye autofocus, auto left eye, right eye, and you can set the eye autofocus, so it will focus the eyes whenever you are taking pictures or videos. So these are the options. Then portrait features, you can also see that mold removing is there. So if your face has molds, that will be removed using these options. So that's the options available. And in terms of selfie camera, you get again a 50 megapixel camera. Here are some of the quick samples taken with the Vivo V40 using the selfie camera. They turned out quite good actually, except for the low light experience, which we felt was slightly underwhelming because it has slightly higher noise levels, and the sharpness levels was not that impressive that we are told about in the detailed camera review as well. So low light experience on the Vivo V40 needs a slight fine tuning, but otherwise looks good, and you get plenty of options around. And if you look at the selfie camera, here also you can see that you get 4K recording for the selfie camera. That's something which is pretty good. So you get 4K for both rear and front camera, and both are 30 fps, and you can go around with the regular set of options. So these are some of the camera features included in the Vivo V40. So if you are using this device, do try out these features. There are plenty of options, especially in the portrait mode, and you can check them out and get the best experience with the Zeiss enabled Vivo V40. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Here are some of the quick samples taken with the Vivo V40. Do let us know what you guys think about the cameras on the Vivo V40. So that's it for this video. This is Normal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.